Vinod, can you say something about yourself?
Sure. I'm never short of words for saying something about myself. So, hey guys, Vinod, born and brought up in Bangalore. Had the privilege of being in the RevOps space for the last 2 decades. Currently working for a company called Amagi, where I manage sales operations, marketing operations, channel operations, and deal desk. And had the good privilege of working with some amazing founders, have taken companies from a 10 million to a billion, so I've seen some pretty good journeys, some interesting learnings as well, and had the good fortune of making some amazing friends along the way and learning a lot from these guys. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you, be there. Vincent, something about you?
Guys, am I audible? All cool? Clear? All right. So Vincent, again, born, brought up here, Bangalore. Married. I don't know, why are you laughing? I don't think this guy's
Vincent,
happily
nobody
married. Okay. But in terms of sales, I've been in sales for like close to 17 years. In terms of overall, not going to talk about revenue, but let's say if we have to talk about my experience in revenue or revenue ops or revenue intelligence, combined, I could have approximately more than $1 billion in terms of pipeline. Approximately close to $40 million in terms of revenue generation for the company. But the success of this journey for me personally, what are my takeaways is, I've seen companies from X grow up to 10X. And in that process, we learn a lot. We interact with so many various other departments. As Vinod mentioned, today we say RevOps, but I think 10, 15 years back they were called data analyst. Then it became sales ops. Today it's RevOps. Tomorrow they're already saying it's going to be Rev Intelligence. And day after that, I do not know what's going to happen. But in that process, I'm very happy that I've interacted with some of high pedigree people like owner of Cafe Coffee Day. So I've had the interaction of working with him. And today I'm very happy that I'm sharing this dais with Vinod, whom I also worked. Some of the questions that we're going to address are something that we have fought also. So like, Vinod, what's happening? Yeah, Vincent, no, that's not it. I worked with Rajesh, and I'm happy to see some guys like Aman, who's congrats on Pintel. So he was a product owner at Whatfix. I worked with him as well, where we created an enterprise playbook right from scratch. There was nothing, ground zero. And today that's a revenue stream over there. So these are the learnings that I felt is very important. And when Rajesh asked, can we share that? I told, of course, we need to share that. Because there is no magic bean. There is no right answer. It's just that your version, my version is going to be the same, but our experiences when we interact, I think there'll be some takeaways. That's what I actually wanted to share. And he told me free samosas. Hopefully he'll keep up your word.
Definitely.
Definitely okay. Thank you. Thank you guys. I'm looking forward to interacting with you all.
Deep.
All right, I think I'm the most least qualified person in this panel is what I'm thinking. There are veterans whom I come across during my days at Whatfix, and Vinod and Vincent is one of them, to be honest with you guys. So in total, I have like 10 years of work experience, but then when I started off my journey, I started off in investment banking. I started in Goldman Sachs as now what we probably call it as a data analyst back then. That is what I started off from, and I think within a matter of 2 to 3 years, I realized that while I was doing well with Excel sheets and putting in some of these key figures, into what my manager was expecting to send it out as a end of day report, that's when I realized that, I think I'm not meant for this. I want to do something more. I wanted to get in front of the stage where I've seen many people in my London office probably going ahead and pitching to customers. That sort of interested me a lot more. I think that is where I sort of pivoted my career, went out to do my MBA. I was like, I need some 2 years to figure out what exactly within sales do I want to do. And I think fortunately or unfortunately, I did get a chance to start my career with Wipro post my MBA. And that is where the inception started with the journey of IT and how things generally work. To make it more interesting for you guys, starting off in a service company, and especially a company like Wipro, nothing against them, but then they were very poor when it comes to data quality and data management, right? They had in-house CRMs. Can you believe it? The size of a company like Wipro having in-house CRM, not probably leveraging a Salesforce. For me, the first encounter was at WhatFix when I actually encountered something like a Salesforce for the first time, right? So that is where I think the crux of the journey, right? While I was in the front end, managing some of these things, interacting with customers day in, day out, and interacting with partners day in, day out. But I think the core important component is, are you recording some of these intelligence back onto your CRM? Because what you would realize is 95% of the folks have some of these things noted either in the notepad or in some or other notebook at the end of the day, and they'll be scratching and scribbling to find out, okay, what did the prospect or what did the partner say exactly? Is there a deal which is there in hand? So that is with that particular knowledge in picture, right? I came here today sharing some of the intelligence typically from the channel side, because that is where I spent my life now. And I thought it would make, or rather my small contribution to this podium would definitely have some of the key takeaways which you guys can eventually take back. That's how I look at it. Thank you so much.